Hello everyone, this is G-Shock High Fashion Channel and welcome to another G-Shock unboxing or review video. Today I want to share with all of you guys a really interesting G-Shock watch. You guys could already see from how it looks. It is not the regular G-Shock watch out there. But before we get through all the details, I'm currently wearing a DW9000 series G-Shock watch. This is a common model out there. No need for me to explain it even further. Just look it up the reference number and you will find the videos I made talking about this very model. This guy is really interesting in a few ways. For example, large button, great fitting, large digital display at the front. So those are some of the good points that this G-Shock watch have compared to other models on the market today. Talking about good points, this watch, this is the G-3100-1JF. This guy is also interesting in my opinion. It built differently. It was released in a different year as well, which is in the year 2001. Casio released this in 3 different colorway. This one will be silver and black, and there's also another one silver and blue, and there's another one that came in metal bracelet band as well. So those are some of the background story. Now let me show you guys what makes this watch so cool. Every 3000 series has a similar construction, and that is called the Duplex display panel, Duplex LCD, that most G-Shock didn't have because Casio removed this technology and add this into the Pro Track lineup. So you're most likely not gonna see this technology in their G-Shock watch anymore. But regardless, this guy does have it, and it is really cool. As you guys can see, this guy came in negative display and a positive display in the middle in red colorway. But some people just don't like negative display, and I gotta say the negative display in this G-Shock watch is pretty tricky to be used sometimes because it is too dark, and that is because of the display panel. They have dual display panel stack one on top of the other and makes it pretty tricky to look sometimes. But regardless, you could swap this, and that's what makes this G-Shock watch interesting. So I'm currently in the watch setting mode. In here you could set the daylight saving time to on or off, the hours, the minutes, the calendar year, months and days, and all those basic things. And here is COL, color display panel setting, I believe, where you could swap the digital display panel to several colorway using this lower right button. When I press this once, you will see that everything now came or turned into a positive display. Now you can see that this digital time display in the middle look sort of like blurry a little bit compared to the one at the bottom where the date display is. That is because the time display was displayed using the upper layer of the display panel, whereas the date and graphics display was displayed using the lower layer of the display panel. Press this button again and you will see that the digital time now moved to the bottom layer and thus have a clearer display, but it looks plain now like a usual G-Shock watch out there, except for the COL writings down there. You could play around with this. If you want a red display, you could do that as well. If you want a negative date display, you could do that as well. You have literally 12 variations to play around between this section, and this section of the watch, just changing between red and black color. For this video, I'm gonna use the whole positive display, so it will be easier for me to explain to you guys all the functions. But if you want to go out with this, like wearing this, pairing with your outfits for fashion wear, just use the negative displays. That it will make the watch looks much better. Anyway, press the mode buttons to finish with this part and press adjust as well. Done. Now let's moving into the function of the watch. In here you could swap to 12-hour time format or 24-hour time format. If you're into military time, you could do that as well with this G-Shock watch. Press the mode button once will brings you into the telephone number mode, where you could store in 30 units of telephone number or even notes as well. A little bit on top here there's a text display to 8 letters if I'm not mistaken, so you can use this however you like or add in any numbers or passport number or any form of number sequence that you have in mind. Use it wisely. 30 units. Pressing mode button again will brings you into the alarm mode, where you cannot set the alarm to any specific date, but you do have time display down here while you're using the alarm function, so that will be coming handy. You during the alarm setting. You will have alarm number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and the 5th alarm will be the snooze, and of course signal, aka hourly chime feature. Mode button once will brings you into the chronograph mode. It have a 1/100 seconds precision chronograph, while at the same time display at the bottom. So this feature will be coming handy, I believe, with of course split time feature if you're into sports. Next function will be a countdown timer, ranging all the way to 24 hours. You could only set this countdown timer to the very minute, an hour of course, but not the very second. And that is it in this countdown timer mode. Pressing mode button again will brings you into the mode called dual time, preset to every 30 minutes. Local time will be displayed using the bottom display. Dual time or other city time will be displayed largely in the middle of the watch. You could just add 30 minutes into the watch. If you want to minus a 30 minutes, you could use the upper right button. So just play around with this, set the time in advance, and then you're good to go. It will remain like this until swap it again. Pressing mode button again will brings you back to home time, and that is all for the feature. Plus EL backlighting, of course, we have a dedicated button in metal at the front of the watch, camouflaging very well. I like the finishing on this. The EL backlighting on this G-Shock watch wouldn't be as bright, but if you're in total dark, you will be able to use the watch, which is a good thing, and it will glows for about 2 seconds in blue colorway. Beautiful colorway. Okay, that is as far as the functions. Let's move back out and have a look at the design and also the material that they used to make one of these, and of course some of the construction as well. Obviously this guy came with a metal layer bezel with a bull bar at the same time as well to hold everything into place, and the metal bezel continues all the way to the watch lug as well. The watch band came in resin with a little bit of tiny texture, almost carbon fiber looking, but that's not carbon fiber, guys. Despite looking really tough, the watch band is incredibly soft. I have a feeling this watch gonna be really comfortable. You can also add a little bit more texture at the beginning of the watch band, and it continuously going up all the way to the metal parts on the adapter. Technically this is not an adapter, this is just a metal panel to support the watch band as far as the lug area to make it even stronger. They have both of them. If you guys could already see, it is indeed locked with a spring bar, just a tiny dots of metal in there, you could see that. Moving to the other side of the watch band, similar texture, similar style, similar tapered shape, and we have here different band keeper with no texture, but it does have its own unique shape and design. Impressive. The buckle, however, just looks really normal, and it came with Casio Japan sign below it, and that is impressive. Moving to the bottom part of the watch band, it does have a little bit more textured for grip as well, so I have a feeling this guy gonna be very comfortable. The watch body does feels heavy because it is indeed layered with metal. It have a similar style of appearance of a MTG or the current release G-Steel G-Shock watch as well, considering for the price of 16,000 Japanese yen and made out of metal with metal buttons, made side as well. Totally worth the price in my opinion if you compare to other G-Shock watch that was released today. Rarely will be able to get a metal parts G-Shock watch at this price range today. Going to the backplate now, you will have a look at how the bottom layer of the body was sealed together as well. It was screwed on the side, 3 screws to hold the bezel into place, and at the same time to lock the watch band as well. So everything was built and integrated very well. So you're most likely not gonna be able to swap the watch band to your liking unless you have any other watch band that have similar style construction and was made for this type of purpose only. So that is as far as the construction. And while I'm holding or while I'm making this video, I gotta say to you guys that it does feels very solid for a watch that is 16,000 Japanese yen and was released almost 20 years ago. This guy's still holding up very well, and I got this in used condition, by the way. And before I put the watch on my wrist and have a quick wrist check, this is the backplate. We're gonna have a look at 2453 module, G-3100 reference number, stainless steel back, Japan Y water resist 20 bar shock absorbing structure. No wonder this guy is solid. Fully made in Japan, and the retail price of 16,000 Japanese yen. I still can't believe it. God, so impressive. Very solid construction. This watch is just incredible. You know what? I can't wait to put this watch on my wrist right now because of how cool it is. Now I'm gonna wear this, and I have a 15 centimeter circumference wrist, if you are wondering. And if I wear this, I'm most likely gonna put the watch at the holes number 3 from the top. There it is. And the watch band does have a little bit of bulge at the tip to provide some grip, and also to avoid from this keeper from popping out. So that is interesting, genius design. Tiny little details, but does affect the wearability of this very model. It fits very well, no extra tongue at the end as well. So if you have a skinnier wrist than me, this is it. You could wear it all the way to the most top holes and probably with a soft metal G-Shock watch, looking really sleek, really formal at the same time as well. Almost feels like I'm wearing a G-Steel G-Shock watch, really, honestly, almost like a G-Steel, but does have much more feature. God, this is impressive. Really cool, and barely any scratch at all in my case, even though I bought the watch in used condition, so good for me. Have a look at my website just in case I have this for sale, or if you want to grab my merchandise as well to support the channel so that I can unbox more G-Shock watch in the future. For now, that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and